Welcome back to Football Manager Surviving Luton Season 3. The new season is upon us, Season 3 that we are in charge of Luton Town. We have done pretty well. Last season we ended up finishing 4th, and this season we're hoping for more of the same success. Our overall balance is around 52 million, and we do still have around 21 or 22 million in transfer budget, which can stretch to a decent amount. I will quickly show you the transfers that we end up doing up to this date. It's currently July 18th, so there's still a decent amount in the preseason. We do have a tournament game that we're going to play just now and kind of show you that. We did finalize Pedrola signing 19 million. He looks very good. 37 million to 42 million is what they're saying he's worth, but that's always misleading. And then just his overall looks very good. Looks like he's already a decent Premier Division player, and he can improve a lot. He's already been with us for 2 seasons. This is his 3rd season. Finally, we don't have to pay we don't have to pay Barcelona anything for him. We can just have him straight up, which is pretty good. Every year it did cost us less though, but he is going to be an integral part of this franchise moving forward. We did get Getchler. He came to us free. He is worth around 35 million. He's a center back. He's probably going to start for us. He is currently our 2nd best. We have 4 pretty good ones though. Kirodia is also very good. They're all around the same ability, so it is nice to have that. We'll probably end up put Kirodia and Getchler with each other as much as possible, and Holding and Malanka as much as possible as well, just for that German connection. We did get Sharp as well. We got him free. He's not really projected to do anything, but he is 19 years old. So we'll kind of do what we did the past couple seasons. Even with Tommy Doyle here, he's a free agent. It doesn't really make sense not to keep him. It's not costing us that much, 35.5. Currently, I mean, he is 12th best mid. But a lot of those other players play different positions as well. But he can be a good Premier League division player. He didn't cost us anything, and even if we end up holding on to him for a season or 2 seasons, we can kind of do what we've done over the past couple seasons. And I'll show you that in a bit. We end up getting Swami from West Ham. He's free as well. We're trying to set him on loan, but his potential currently is only League 2, so he might not end up making it. Same thing with Ed Turns. He is 2.5 star potential, but he is 5 to 6 million in terms of value. He could be a leading championship player. So, I mean, just to make money, it does seem he's never going to probably play for us, but we can probably send him on loan, and maybe after a season or 2, when he develops into a little bit better of a player, or even plays backup for us, we can sell him for a decent amount of profit. We did get Bazdar as well. That was this is actually a signing from our director that ended up doing it, around 6 million, but currently he could be our top striker. But so between him, Marshall, and Gelhardt, I mean, it's going to be very good. Since we have Champions League as well this season, it's going to be very interesting. He did score a decent amount of goals. He scored 12 goals last season for Partizan, so not too bad. They didn't really play anything other than Continental. He did get 17 goals in 42 games, which is still pretty impressive. I mean, with the right system, he should be able to flourish, and I think that might be ours. We did take a gamble at Osmani. We ended up getting for 1.5 from Schalke. He isn't. He's a League 1 potential for championship, so we are doing a little bit of risk with that. But since it only costs us around 1 million, I mean, he is 20. Why not make that change as well? Our director ended up going for Anthony. I don't personally know why, but he's on loan for around 1 million. Decent Premier Division, currently 4th best in attacking right mid. So he'll probably feature a little bit, but Pedrola is more of our focus anyways, just because we have the player, so why not? And then the next one is Leo Cardoza. We end up getting for free. He's around 1.3 million. Can develop still, so why not? Currently, his report saying potential championship, which means in like 2 or 3 seasons, he could be worth 10 million, which mean, every little bit counts. One of the signs that we end up getting, like Koulibaly, we end up originally signing for free. We loaned him out for around 600k. We loaned him out for 1.3, and we sold him for 5. So all in all, we end up making around 7 million off of him. He is currently worth 10 to 14, but that's not really the point of it. Mendes we then end up selling for 425. He wasn't ever going to feature in our squad. His stats look better than what he actually is, but yeah, he was around a D rating anyways. We did send him on loan a bunch, so we did even make money that way. We didn't end up signing him, but he was on our team beforehand, so even profit-wise, we still made a decent amount just based off sending him on loan and then even selling him for 425k. Not what you necessarily want to see all the time, but good enough. And then we sent Gustavo Martins on loan for 33k again. Not bad. He should be able to develop. His report is pretty decent. He could be a leading championship player, but he didn't cost us that much. 1.6, currently around 4 million. So even if we get a little bit for him, we should be happy with that. Surprisingly, Jack Walton ended up going to Newcastle. I didn't even notice that. Originally signed before we ended up taking over for around 200k. We did sell him for 350, so there's a little bit of a profit. Overall, 23.5 million. We've only spent 27 this season, so I mean, sending this guy on loan as well. I don't think he'll ever play for us. We did get him free last season, but League 2 standard, so probably not worth anything as well. And Claire just keeps making money on loan. We end up 1.4 million is what we signed him for, and we've already made that just by sending him on loan. He could be he could get a permanent deal as well. Where is it? It doesn't show me there, but he could currently get a permanent deal there. I think that's one of the clauses in it. And then Kakuri, who we ended up getting last season, we ended up getting him for free. We sent him on loan for around 30k, and then we just sold him for 4.9. Unfortunately, everyone wasn't happy, but again, Championship League standard. So they did tout him as Tony Adams, I think, potential, which is kind of interesting. But he's not going to feature in our squad, so why not get that money? But we housed him for a year, sent him on loan, and then made a profit of 5 million. Same thing with Hardwood Bells. We didn't have any intention of selling him though. But we got him for free last year. He did play a pretty big part on how well we ended up doing, though. He played a lot for us. But he wanted an improved contract, and he was already signed for us until 2028. And then he upset everyone and complaining, and then we just sent him out to Leeds there. We made 12 million off of that. So not too bad, I will say. Let's see if there. I don't think there's anything that we ended up doing last season. We got rid of Archie Stevens just before the end for 165 to Cambridge. No other notable things. Langrak, yeah, we got rid of him, and Isco as well. So we ended up doing the same thing even with Isco. We got him for free, and then we sold him for a profit. Is there anyone else as well? No. Maitland Niles was the same thing. We ended up signing him. He didn't really work out for us after season 1, so we ended up getting rid of him for 6.25. So all in all, like those are just housing him for a year is not the worst. Even Aguado, I think, was also a guy that ended up doing that. 9.5 that we ended up selling him after, I think it was even half a season. I don't even think it was a full season. Oh no, it was a full season. Sold him for 9.5. He is currently worth a little bit more than that, but 29. I mean, not too bad anyways. We didn't do anything with Johnny Evans or Ashley Young there. Doughty was on our team as well before that, and I think Mads Anderson as well. But overall, like we've been doing pretty decent in terms of transferring out and even just making profit off of some of these players that we just end up getting for free. I don't think we got anyone that year, but pretty interesting stuff. Or at least I find it a little bit interesting that we can kind of make profit on that. So we still have a decent chunk of change for the future, but 21 million and a 52 million overall balance is pretty decent. So let's just jump to the game that we end up having, and then let's see if we can come away with the win here. So currently we're playing in a European South American Club Challenge. We're facing a Brazilian team here. This is a squad that we decided to pick. We have Capril in goal, Hall, Kirodia, Holding, and Kraft as our D. So familiar folk there. We have Hughes and Solis as our defensive mid. We have Astanis, Rogers, and Traore. And then we have Bazdar starting up top. Currently we have a couple players that are a little bit tired from our last friendly that we end up having. So Gelhart will probably come in at halftime if we really need it. I don't know if there's any money for this, but we'll probably end up seeing whether or not we can do anything with that. Marshall's upset because Almeida's tired. So, I mean, we'll kind of ignore that. We should probably be dominant this. Oh, it is for a trophy. So it's for a trophy, but I mean, who knows if we're going to end up getting anything for it. But it doesn't look like there's a big turnout or there's going to be a big turnout, but looks like it's at home though. So that's at least good enough. I mean, it'd be interesting if we can end up winning like 4-1, but see a player from their team that ends up kind of wowing us and we end up signing him. That's probably the best case scenario. But I feel as though this should be a pretty easy slam dunk victory. I feel as though England teams are a little bit better than Brazilian teams, at least in terms of if they face off against each other. I don't think I don't think they really stand a chance, to be honest. Bazdar not doing anything as of yet, but we currently hold most of the possession, but it's only been 5 minutes in. So it'll be interesting to see if they either start attacking us or we end up poking in the first goal. I'm assuming it's going to be us, but we are excited about this season. I think we can build a little bit off of what we did last season. I don't think we end up being competitive in Champions League. I think we might. Oh wow, that was a good goal. Bazdar getting his first goal of the season, already proving that he is a good signing. 10 minutes in, he ends up getting his first. Good pass by Rogers there. Good through ball, good first touch. Bazdar looks like he's going to be a good player for us. But yeah, I don't think we end up winning Champions League. I think that'd be very unlikely. I would be happy with making it to Europa if we can, and then end up winning that and then qualifying automatically. I'd be happy with that. Or even just making a little bit of money. I mean, we kind of got lucky, I find, in Europa last season. So we did end up winning it. For anyone that hasn't seen the other episode. So we ended up winning it, but I feel as though we got lucky based on we didn't have to play any hard teams at the beginning. And we never had to play Juve until the knockouts. And we did very well against them. Traore getting an opportunity there, almost putting it in. I don't know how that... they need to really look into the rebound on that, because it should have... That kind of goal should have definitely gone in. But Astanis doing well. We do want to see how well he does in the future. I wouldn't mind looking him up in real life and getting his jersey, because he's been very good for us. Probably the best signing or decision that we end up having was getting him on loan season 1. And I never would have thought that he would have progressed so well. And I never even thought we'd be able to sign him. So I think being consistent with the same players and just loaning them season after season makes them a little bit more familiar with you. So even if they didn't necessarily want to join you permanently, I feel as though if you end up playing them frequently enough and you do well, that there's a very good chance that you can probably sign them later on, as long as they don't get worth too much. So as long as you start off with them being like 18 or something like that, it should be fine. So far, everyone looking like they're doing pretty good, but XG wise doesn't look like they even want us to score a goal there. But the Brazilian squad here is slowly creeping up. So Bazdar is going to have to do something about it. Finds Astanis here. I wonder if this is going to be a goal. Nope. I don't know how that ricocheted off the post on that angle as well. But it just looks like the one goal is what's going to separate us coming into halftime. It would really suck if they end up tying it right now. But so far they are getting the better highlights as of yet, but they can't finish. So we do have that. Kirodia looking tired, Traore as well. So those might be subs that we end up doing either now or towards the 65th minute is usually what we try and focus on. Obviously, if we score earlier, we'll end up making the switches. But it looks like they have some tired players as well in their squad. But so far, I mean, they do have the highlights, but they haven't really had any decent chances yet. As I say that, they're probably going to score now. Caprill batting it away. And yeah, it was really upsetting actually losing Hardwood Bellis, but he wanted more money, and I don't like to cave into players like that. We need to kind of nickel and dime it a little bit. So it is what it is. He is leaving to Leeds. We could always see him in the future, but I mean, it was kind of disappointing. But I feel as though we need to focus a little bit more on Kirodia as well, and then Lechler. And then we still have other players that we might want to end up looking at signing, since we do have around 20 million. We might want to use some of that to bring in another center back, even if it's just a mediocre one that has decent amount of potential. Oh, that's just terrible. Whoever did that, they almost scored on us. I don't know who is to blame for that, but we should probably make a sub now. Kirodi is probably going to come off, even though he does look pleased. Pleased with himself at least. Who do we have? Ed Turns can come in. That won't be a bad one. And then Traore, who can come in for him? Let's put in Goy. Not a bad choice there. That'll be our first sub there. I imagine we still get 5, yeah, we'll probably get 5, not 3. But they at least have their left back. It's a little bit tired. They don't have anyone really looking like they're in the green there. Most people look like they're in the yellow or red. But they make their first sub there, and it wasn't their left back, so we'll make our other subs here. Pedrola, we might want to take off. Roger's doing pretty good, so we don't really want to do that. Feels though we might do this. We'll put Rogers on the right there. We'll put Bazdar here, and then we'll probably put in. It feels like Gelhart, even though he is tired, we should probably still see what he has. And then Solace is going to come off. We'll put in O'Neill here. And then for our last sub, feels though maybe we take off Hughes and we put in not Samu. Let's put in Wharton. Actually, we might want to no Dickens. We should have probably put in instead of Ngoy. Can we undo that? We did the Ngoy already. Ah, damn it. Okay, so Bazdar's gonna go in attacking mid. Pajola's gonna come off, I think. Rogers is gonna go for Pajola. Gelhart comes in. Hughes comes out for Wharton, and then I think who was it? Sammy O'Neill. Who did we put in? I think it was, yeah, O'Neill will end up putting here. And no, not ball winning. Deep line playmaker. And then, wow, he doesn't really have anything. So we'll do ball winning. That seems like the least risk there. But Hall looking like he's tired as well. We probably should have kept Pedrola. But offside there. 65th minute in. I'm interested to see if there's any money that's involved in this. And Hall can come off for Medea. I thought we already did all of our changes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can actually probably do more. I didn't even realize that. So it's going to let us do as many as we want. Which means that maybe Ngoy comes off or something. Or actually, yeah, let's do that. Didn't realize that we can do more. So we'll take off. Yeah, we'll put in Dickens here for. Let's take off Rogers. Uh oh, no, maybe not that. We'll take off Bazdar for Dickens here. Put in Rogers there. I think Gelhardt can probably. Oh no, we'll put Goy here. Or in Goy up top, sorry. Goy up top. And there's no way he's target 4 like that, but let's do pressing. But Dickens did well in the in one of the friendlies, so I do kind of want to see a little bit more of him. XG wise, we are leading a decent amount, but it could all come unraveling now. We are taking a little bit of a risk doing as many substitutions, but we do kind of want to give him a better look. Capriel doing amazing though. As always, we've come to expect this kind of stuff from him now. But Praxedis, I don't know how to say his name, but it looks like they're really asking for it though. Evangelista is someone we're gonna have to look at, and they end up scoring a very easy goal there. I don't like that. So let's we're obviously gonna demand more. Let's go full attacking. Yeah, that was just way too easy. Who's holding? Just letting him right through. Medea not or maybe not looking like he's a good signing so far. We got him last year, but we end up getting rid of him on loan back to his former club. So I thought he would have developed a little bit better than that. But we might want to change the instructions as well. And we want a higher tempo. So we'll see if that ends up helping. If we concede, I swear to God. Looks like we are, though. Looks like we're just destined to concede here. Probably should have made all the substitutions. We should have just let them deal with it. 82 minutes in, though. And it looks like it's all defense mode for us. But 84 minutes, they're dominating a little bit more. I think it's just because we started a bunch of our slow guys. Dickens almost getting an opportunity there. Or sorry, our youngsters and backup. Almost getting an opportunity there. Going to be a corner, but 85 minutes in, not really much to be shown there. And I'm gonna guess it's gonna go to extra time. I don't know what happens in the result of a draw here, but we'll see if we can get a goal towards the end here, since we are going all in on this one. Rogers looks like he's tired though. Gelhardt tired. Everyone's kind of a little bit tired. I really hope this doesn't. I hope it goes straight to pens. I don't know how well we'll do with an extra 30 minutes of this. And Capriel just standing on his head. I don't know who let him through though. Our defense is a bit suspect. It's probably turns though, I imagine. Holding's not doing much better. But headed away. 88th minute. But still, it looks like the whole second half has been us on the defense. Still leading in XG, still leading in possession, but not in highlights and not in opportunities. So we kind of let them back into the game when we really shouldn't have. Oh my God, Ngoy's gonna get a red card? No. Ngoy's just stupid. So first off, we're gonna probably start. Why are people nervous? I don't like that. Put in turns. Turns might be one of the first ones. I feel as though we want. Rogers did well, so I do want Rogers in there. Let's put in Gelhardt. Where's Gelhardt? Gelhardt's probably our top guy, so he should be third. Actually, maybe second. Let's do... Wharton looks pretty composed. And then we'll do... I think Holding's our captain, so we might as well do Holding at the last one. If we need it. Where's his composure? His composure's around 5. Rogers is pretty high there. But actually, let's do Pierre Ngoy. We'll do Ngoy instead. And then they'll just pick whoever else. Maybe not the last one. We'll do Wharton as the last one. So let's see if it's meant to be. Turns is going to start it off. Probably not the best one to start it off, but he does score, so far so good. I thought that was our goalie for a second. Alorando getting his first opportunity. Capriel is dynamite, though. We owe everything to Capriel. We've won so much with him. And he's usually pretty good in terms of penalty shootouts. Gelhardt getting the opportunity here. Putting one in, so we're up 2-1. And all we need to do is stop one. If we stop one, I feel as though it's already pretty much decided. Capriel getting the save here. And as long as we don't mess up, we should win this. Rogers going to add to how good of a game he was doing. Puts one in. We're up 3-1. I mean, honestly, this game shouldn't have gone to pens. I think we just kind of messed around with our tactics a little bit. Capriel almost saving that one. So we're up 3-2. And Ngoy has a chance to be a hero here. And he puts one in, showing composure at a very young age there. Future's high with this guy. And all we have to do is save this one, and we end up winning this and adding another trophy to the cabinet. It would be a third trophy if we can do this. Capriel looks ready. Just misses it. So it looks like it's all coming down to Wharton. If Wharton puts this in, it's all over. And he will be a hometown hero for us. All the, what it looks like, 45 fans will be on the edge of their seat here. Warren putting it in, and we win 5 shooters. All 5 of them end up scoring there. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see how much this tournament's worth, or this trophy's worth. And we end up getting our 3rd. I mean, they don't matter that much, or I'm sure this one doesn't matter that much, but still pretty happy regardless. Good way to start the season off. Everyone's happy. But yeah, probably shouldn't have gone to pens though. I think we're only slight favorites regardless. But all in all, good start to the season. And let's see if we can actually manage to build on this. The only time in this franchise history. So, yeah, Euro Sam Club Challenge. I've never actually heard of that. So let's take a look. Let's see if there's any finances with it. And we managed to lead them to glory. It is to reputation. I don't know if we're the... Let's see how much money you end up getting for it. Doesn't show anything. No, it doesn't show anything. So I don't even know if you end up getting any money for it. Maybe just gate receipts. I mean, not bad. Still 100K for that. I'm okay with that. But I think we have another competition as well coming up. So we do have the Super Cup against Paris Saint-Germain. So we'll probably end up coming back for that next episode though. And see if we can get a second silverware for the season. But it would be a very great start if we can manage to beat PSG. I kind of doubt it though, if I'm being perfectly honest. But let's look at our team as well. Let's see our history there. So it doesn't even start. Oh, so it does actually count. Background: 2025 was one for the ages, winning a clean sweep in the UEFA Europa League, Carabao Cup, and then this challenge, dominant campaign. So yeah, they're very happy with us, obviously. Let's see if we manage to be one they're favored. we're still not a favorite personnel. So despite winning the biggest trophy of their team's history, we still have not made that yet. So let's see if we can do that. But we'll come back for the PSG game, and hopefully we can win another silverware there. So thanks everyone for watching, and until next time.